We are live, people. We are live. Welcome to another Toronto Hoop Talk live stream. My name is Alam. Today we got a watch along for Raptors and Bulls. Hey, you don't have to tell me. I'm saying it myself. But yeah, uh, joining the game about a minute and 45 seconds into it. It's 2-2. Jonte Porter has switched to number 34, I guess, so that somebody can wear 11. I'm assuming that's Bruce Brown. I don't know if Jordan Nwora has the clout to have guys changing their the jersey numbers for them after a trade, but maybe the guy with the ring does. We got Scotty Barnes getting a steal, getting out in transition, getting fouled by Caruso. That is a smart foul. What? That is not a foul? Okay, whatever. Anyways, shout out to everybody watching this live right now. Shout out to everybody who might catch this afterwards on the replay. Regardless of how you watch this, your support is appreciated. And if you appreciate what I do enough to want to support further, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Two very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. The content is free, but people, I accept payment in the form of engagement. We turn the ball over. DeMar with Jonte. Jonte takes the bait. He takes the bait. He leaves his arm out and takes the bait. We know DeMar likes getting that call, and we know the refs are going to give it to him. But Jonte might be new to that. He's new here. He might be new to guarding DeMar DeRozan in his life, so that's probably the guy that's going to get caught doing that. Caruso in the corner. Good contest by Quickly. Air ball. He couldn't airball the game winner earlier in the year. Oh, that stream was pain. That stream was pain. RJ dumping it off to Jonte. IQ in the corner. Good pass by Jonte. Can't get it till fall. Can't get the offensive rebound either. I'm going to get a scoreboard up. As with most matchups between these two teams, a lot of missed shots. A lot of missed shots in this one so far. You got 3 for Gary Trent. I think Gary Trent's the only guy to make a shot so far in this game for us. He had the hot hand yesterday. I think the hottest hand he's ever had. 8 for 9 from 3 was something else. Damn, DeMar got to a spot and he missed. That's a cheap foul on Jonte. That's a very cheap foul. Bear with me for a second, people. We're going to get the scoreboard up for the people that might be watching this after the fact. This is roughly where I'm at in the game. Timeout by Darko after the foul. Yeah, so today's interesting because we're going to get our first look at the new players, I'm assuming. I knew neither of them would start. I did not think that they would have that type of impact so early coming like early off a trade. But starting off the bench for both of them, that makes sense. Jordan Nwora should be giving us shooting. Bruce Brown should be giving us slashing and defense. Kira Lewis should be giving us potential. Obviously, I think we've seen a lot of Raptors people get into their scouting bag to figure out what we might have in a guy like Kira Lewis. And I'm still not entirely sure myself what to make of the deal, but I do know we're trading a guy for a guy who we owe no money to going forward. So yeah, that part of it is good. We'll give him a shot for half a year. At absolute worst, you figure he might be able to heat things up at the G League level for us with Marquise Noel. So at the very minimum, whatever that's worth to you, we might have got that out of the trade. But I do look forward to seeing Bruce Brown and Kira Lewis. Jordan Nwora. So I look at Jordan Nwora as the kind of guy who could maybe actually just become like a fixture on our bench. A guy who's 6'8", who can shoot is never going to be somebody who doesn't have a role in the NBA, right? So, like, I've talked about this before on earlier streams. I look at NBA teams like NBA championship teams as 8 players, right? Because that's what a playoff rotation is to me. Do I think he could be the 8th guy in a rotation? Maybe, but the thing is, even if, let's say, you get the 8th guy in a rotation, that's still something. And if not, right, let's say he's not. Let's say he's not good enough to be the 8th person in a championship rotation. Is he 9 and 10 and then just still regular season valuable? Because if so, if you just get that guy on the right deal, that's still something. So I think that we might find something there. I think Bruce Brown, his contract, I think, is super valuable because he's basically a 2-year window of an expiring deal worth a lot of money. So that in and of itself has value. And you look at the fact that there's a player that has some use. He played on a championship team, playing championship basketball. So yeah, that's somebody who through different avenues we might find something in. And then Kira Lewis, that's a complete flyer. That's a complete flyer. Malachi Flynn left. Somebody had to fill the void. So that's what that is. We got space to accommodate a player like that because we got rid of one, and we'll see what happens with Kira Lewis. Yeah, they're showing the Bruce Brown footage of he's walking in with an Avalanche hat. That's disrespect. Somebody should have handed him a Maple Leafs hat. Damn. Nav Bhatia tapped in with him. That's the stamp. That's the stamp. You're really a member of the Raptors. It's not the physical. A lot of people think you officially join your new team when you pass the physical. No. You officially become a Raptor when Nav Bhatia taps in with you. Actually, it's not even that. It's when you check in with Nav Bhatia. Like when you touch down in Toronto, affiliated to basketball in any way, shape, or form, you have to check in with Nav Bhatia. Shout out to Superfan, the legend. Awesome find from Scotty. The pass was a little bit off. Thad Young still is able to catch it and get the bucket to fall. So on a day where we're having a tough time putting the ball in the basket, Thad Young comes through for us. IQ, hell of a job getting in the passing lane. Oh, hell of a job by RJ not having tunnel vision there. Awesome little combination of things going on. I'm just going to plug this charger in real quick, but awesome combination of play there from the two ex-New York Knicks. Smart basketball by both. IQ anticipating where the ball might go and getting his hands in the passing lane. RJ Barrett knowing that somebody's going to try to take a charge on him, because that is the playbook. RJ Barrett, when he gets ahead of steam towards the basket, he's probably just going to try to barrel his way through defenders. It makes the most sense to try to draw a charge. So if he can kind of mentally get one step ahead of that and know that that's coming and deal with it like he did there, that levels him up a little bit as a player. RJ driving again, gets right to the basket. Vucevic doesn't disturb the shot at all. We're at 8-8. We got, I think, 3 possessions in a row with a basket. So that's nice to see. Levine, damn, blows by everybody, the entire defense. That's a play where you look at that young and like, man, I wish you were Jakob Poeltl. RJ loses the handle. Scotty Barnes, pull up 3. Just after he released it, he started kind of like bouncing. He looked like he knew he missed immediately. Damn, Caruso, open 3. Gets it to fall, bro. Caruso hitting a 3 after Scotty misses. Painful stuff. Painful stuff. Wait, this is an and 1? I missed something. Oh, I lied. No, they got 13 off the 3. Off that last 3. Damn. Darko Rajakovic, 1-1 record versus the Bulls. That was very important information to Sportsnet. We absolutely needed that. We needed to know his record as a rookie against the Bulls. Oh, what a pass by Thad Young. Scotty to the free throw line. Pat Williams has to foul him. That's a FSU versus FSU crime there. For those of you guys that don't know, Scotty Barnes, Patrick Williams, 2 of the only players in the NBA, I think, to come from Florida State University. Both back-to-back 4th overall picks from the same school. So putting on for the Seminoles. Scotty at the free throw line makes the first one. So the first sub was Jonte off for Thad Young, and it looks like the second sub now is Dennis on for I don't know who that is. Ayo Dosunmu checks in for DeMar. These are both pretty small teams, like in terms of the 1, the 2, and the 3. You're seeing a lot of guards out there in this matchup. So I think Dennis came in for IQ. Nope, IQ was on the court. He came in for RJ. Did RJ pick up fouls? Did I miss that? Damn, pull up 3 from Levine. Did RJ pick up fouls? Is that why he's out? No, Jonte picked up 2 fouls. Nobody else has a foul. So the quick hook for RJ, who I thought was doing decently. Turnover, Kobe White, wide open 3. Damn, bro. Nobody can do anything with Vooch on the boards there. That, like, I don't expect Quickly to do anything, but that, I know you're, like, obviously outmatched there, but you got to do something. Pick up a foul. You don't have any fouls. Don't let Vucevic get that easy of a basket. Scotty Barnes was there too, but IQ was in the way. Damn. Well, we will have to continue waiting for what's it called? The debuts of Bruce Brown and Jordan Noir. So far, we got 2 subs, Thad and Schroeder. And then, like, the other thing you have to consider is that, like, I think Grady earned more minutes yesterday. Oh, that's a hilarious spot for me to be frozen at. That's wild. But yeah, this is also fix itself. It happens every now and then. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Grady played yesterday. I think he earned some minutes. So that is the 3rd player off the bench if he were to check into the game. And then Boucher earned minutes as well as of late. Then is there enough spots in the rotation for Brown and Nwora? Like, Brown has to play. Maybe Jordan Nwora doesn't. Or maybe Grady doesn't. But honestly, I feel like Grady deserves it. Grady played decent. And I just don't understand the point in playing a young player, having him play well, and then not playing him afterwards. Like, I think that's kind of a just a weird precedent to set. I just feel like you reward players when they play well, especially young ones. So I'd like to see Grady check in at some point. Do not want to not see him play if he has if he has some momentum going and he has an opportunity to keep like playing, then he absolutely should do so. But yeah, they're showing a Masai Ujiri's press conference here. I saw clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing. Seems like obviously he's pretty. This is something he didn't want to do, and I think even just looking at what we got in the trade, that kind of makes it clear. Like, this trade is not what we wanted to do. It just had to happen. And I'm hoping I'm hoping a couple of these situations, the Van Vliet situation, the Siakam situation, I'm hoping that they make the front office learn some lessons, because I think it's necessary. We can't find ourselves in those situations again. 18-10 Bulls. IQ starts out with the ball. Did we make any subs? We did not. IQ, he should have shot that. He passed it off to Dennis, who was covered. Dennis steps into a mid-range pull-up. (18-12). Sheesh, man, that was a contested 3 from Pat Williams. Gary Trent was right there. There's nothing you can do about it. Thank God the camera finally fixed itself. That was a funny face they caught me in. But we're back, people. 21-12. Pat Williams, I cannot believe he made that. Gary Trent coming down a screen, coming off a screen, finding Thad Young, rolling off the screen. Couple good plays, couple baskets for Thad Young off just like moving smart off the ball and players finding him. It seems like Thad Young, honestly, like he didn't play for a long time. Now in the minutes he's playing, not like he's horrible anymore because there were times where he was horrible before he stopped playing. And I think that really just goes to show that it's about how much a player like him has to play. Uh Clearly we needed to have managed his minutes quickly, coming off a Thad Young screen, getting the jumper to fall. Kobe, Ayo. Dang, two defenders blew by. Bro, they had a 5-on-3 there because both defenders blew by Kobe. Scotty calls for the screen, steps into his spot, takes the shot, gets it to fall. 25-18. Scotty takes his mouth guard out to communicate on defense. That's too much space for Levine. And there's absolutely nobody boxing out either. Oh, it's looked not pretty. It's looked not pretty. Couple of those baskets that the Bulls got off just like free looks because nobody can box out Vucevic or nobody wants to box out Vucevic. Hey, we got Bruce Brown checking in. A Raptors debut for Bruce Brown. Who did he sub in for? He subbed in. Well, him and RJ are back in the game. It looks like they subbed in for Quickly and Gary Trent. So we got a bunch more size on the court all of a sudden now. Now we got Dennis, but then the smallest player outside of Dennis, realistically, is Bruce Brown, who's like, I think a player that plays above his size for sure. Play and preview, bro. Bro, for real. Play and preview, bro. These teams are gonna be the 9 and the 10 again. They're gonna play another shitty basketball game. Both the fans of the winning team and the losing team will be pissed. Oh, bro, Scotty, if you're gonna shoot from there, just take another half step back and make it a 3. Pat Williams. I'm so happy that nobody jumped at Ayo Dusumnu. There's no need to. Bro, this is bad. This is bad. The just outright lack of a center. The outright lack of a center is doing it to us, man. This is not good. Bro, Andre Drummond at the free throw line. I think that's probably 2 fouls for Scotty. Let me see. It's only 1, but Chris Boucher checks in. So that's 9 people off the bench now. Boucher triggers the 3. It's not close to going down. Bruce Brown guarding DeMar. I guess he's our other team's best player kind of a player again. We have one. It was OG. Now it's Bruce Brown, I suppose. Dennis gets a shot from his spot again. They pass it around to RJ. Wide open 3. Can't get it to fall. We needed that. That was a good look. Just too easy there on the pick and roll with Io and Drummond. And it's Io and Drummond too. Like it's not some lethal pick and roll duo. That was too easy. Bruce Brown from 3 misses. It's a 4-on-2 in transition off of that and a foul. Very, very stinky defense. The shot making isn't there. Now, however you feel about the shot making not being there, we made a bunch of shots yesterday. Inevitably, these things even out. So I kind of expected the shot making to not be the best today. So that part doesn't really like shock me or anything. Obviously, you would like to see it not be this bad, but it is what it is. I'm more concerned about the defense because, like, should not be this bad. Io from the free throw line, does he get he gets the Bulls to 35. 35, and they're going to get another shot. RJ Barrett bullies his way to the basket. 35-24. DeMar, he's dribbling out the clock. Bruh. Like, that. You know what it is, too? Is like, you're going to bite on the pump fake. At least clear him out, right? Because he bit on the pump fake, but he barely jumped. So, like, you weren't really an obstacle either, and you still made contact. It's barely any contact, too, but they're going to call that on a shot. So, it's a 14-point lead for the Bulls. RJ, again, bullying his way to the basket. He gets a and one to respond, but man, RJ just being aggressive going to the basket is truly something I enjoy watching. He misses the free throw. And they call a foul on Chicago. So 2 more free throws for the Raptors. Free throwception. One. That free throw became 2 because of the miss. That's a great miss, RJ. It's a great miss. Boucher, you got to make them both, though. He makes the first one. Actually, I wonder if he can miss this one and we can figure out a way to get the rebound and the foul again. Very, very interesting offense here. Boucher misses the second. So somehow, by hook or by crook, we get our 2 free throws, but we did it by going 2 for 4. But yeah, the Raptors are down double digits. Again, the title of this video is "Can the Raptors' hot shooting continue?" And evidently the answer is no. It's a big, fat, resounding no. The Raptors' hot shooting cannot continue. But yeah. But yeah, first quarter again, the defense, that's the disappointing part. Look, we weren't making shots the way we did yesterday, but you leave the quarter with 27 points and you didn't shoot the ball too well, you're not going to be too upset with the way the offense was playing. Again, the shot making is frustrating, but very much comes with the territory when you shoot as well as you did yesterday. The defense being that bad though is disappointing to see. Um, Obviously, it's rough for us going up against Vucevic without Pirtle. Uh, there's a I think the Bulls have about 6 points, sheerly just off him being by far the most physical and by far the strongest player around the basket when shots go up in terms of getting the rebound. Um, we're not doing a good job of making the Bulls take bad shots. They've been jacking up a lot of good threes in that quarter. They made contested ones, oddly enough, but they're getting a good enough quality of shot to where you're still not happy with what happened. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not I don't know. Like, I don't know what to make of our defense because on one hand, like the coach is the coach, right? This is probably going to be the case for a while. And like the main pillars of the personnel are going to stay the same because Quickly is going to be a big part of this team. RJ is going to be a big part of this team. Scotty is going to be a big part of this team, right? So like, there's two players there to then create the change with. If we can get like a defense altering, wait, we shot 52% from the field. Oh, we shot 0% from three. But how many did we shoot? Because 52%, you take it. It felt like we shot worse, but damn, 0 for 9 from three. That's what I was like. That's what I was registering. Guys, we are 12 for 14 from two. We're shooting very well from two. Threes just aren't falling. They fell. But we hit 2 games worth of threes yesterday, and like it shows today. But yeah, honestly, that's the main difference in the game. If we just get 3 of the threes that they got because they made 3 threes, then bro, I didn't know they only made 3 threes. And so one was the Zach LaVine pull up. That was like, again, like Zach LaVine can shoot, but that's still not like a gimme. The Pat Williams three was heavily contested, and I'm trying to think. Oh, Caruso hitting it. His three wasn't open either. So I mean, yeah, this game is even if the threes even out, and that'll happen in this game. I mean, like we're gonna start hitting threes eventually, so that'll happen. But DeMar DeRozan starts off the second quarter. Bruce Brown is still on him. Did we make any subs? Yes, Jonte is back. We're running a zone here, people. So let's see how this goes. Different defensive approach. Same result though. Caruso getting somebody to blow by with a pump fake and getting the shot to fall. But that's something we're gonna keep an eye out for, people. We're running a zone against a lineup where, frankly, DeMar DeRozan and Caruso and Desumnu, like, not 3-point threats really. I'm not overly familiar with Dalen Terry, but who's the center? Drummond, yeah. So you're going up against a lineup that has like 1 3-point shooter at best. Running the zone makes sense, but again, RJ to the free throw line. Off more physical drives. We got to see 2 free throws made. We got to see 2 free throws. He missed, I think, 6 free throws in the last game. He missed 1 today. He's becoming a Raptor. He's truly becoming a Raptor by missing these free throws. RJ Barrett makes another free throw. Nice to see 2 go up and 2 go down. Damn. Okay, Jonte. Jonte with a block on DeMar, but now he switched on to him. Jonte, don't jump. Don't jump. Did he pick up his third foul? Did he pick up his third foul on that? Hell of a shot on the job on the block there. But okay, let's see this replay all the way through. Who did they give it to? Because I think it would be RJ's second, which like sucks, but whatever. If it's Jonte's third, that's upsetting. Because to be honest, when not that like Jonte is a game changer or anything, but when he stepped off the court after he got his second foul and we played that at the center, that's really when the Bulls started dominating the paint or like around the rim. DeMar misses the second. Bruce Brown with the rebound. There we go. Our rebounding 2 guard. Let's go, Bruce Brown. Dennis to the basket, gets it to fall. Easily could have been contact, but they didn't call it. 10-point game, 41-31. DeMar gets to a spot and knocks it down. Jonte, open three, gets it to fall. Man, a floor spacing 5. A floor spacing 5. This is Jonte Hive over here. That one game against the Kings, I take back all the slander. I take back all the slander. He's found his footing in the NBA. RJ, jeez, Drummond swatted that with violence too. I've never seen that happen to RJ. That's the other, I guess, version of what can happen with his tunnel vision sometimes. We've seen him take charges. We've seen him turn the ball over, but Drummond clearly saw that coming from a mile away. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't call anything there. Shout out Dalen Terry, and then Chris Boucher travels. Bro. Pain. Damn, they just let Chris Boucher fall. He could have fell out of bounds. They could have called the foul there. Jonte, open from 3, knocks it down. Hey, we didn't make a 3, and then Jonte made 2. And the Bulls take a timeout. You love to see it. Let's look at the numbers now. Like I said, the threes would even out, and they did. I mean, it's 3-2 now, so literally they evened out. But yeah, Jonte Porter, 6 points. There's only 2 Raptors with more points than him, and that's Scotty and RJ, who have both taken 3 more shots than him. There is also only 2 players in the Bulls with more points than him, and that's Vucevic and DeMar, who've also taken 6 shots. So basically, the only people outscoring Jonte in this game are players that have taken 3 more shots than him. But yeah, it's a shame that he picked up 2 quick fouls because, again, in this game, I don't know. I haven't checked his plus minus, but in this game, it's been good for us while he's been on the court, and it's been bad for us while he hasn't. We'll see his plus minus again. Raw plus minus, it's not the best number, the best stat. Okay, literally the whole Raptors team, almost the entire Raptors team is a minus. Then Jonte is a +3, Bruce Brown is a +3, and Chris Boucher is a +3. But you gotta keep in mind, I think Jonte's played a lot more minutes than the other 2. I lied. He's only played 6 minutes. Damn. Okay. Well, this honestly, that looks like just this unit. And honestly, it looks like specifically these past 2 possessions there with Jonte making 2 threes back-to-back possessions. But yeah, we were 0 for 9 from 3, and then Jonte hit 2. It's a thing of beauty. A floor spacing 5 who has a little bit of craft to him, has a decent basketball IQ, is fairly mobile. Honestly, he seems like very well suited to be our center of the future, and or like our backup center of the future. And we really, really needed that in light of the news with Christian Coloco. For those of you guys who aren't familiar, the news broke a couple hours ago that his basketball career is, in question because of a blood clotting issue. And yeah, serious stuff. Hopefully he's okay as a human being. Like I said, whenever we've talked about that issue seriously on this channel, I've always said, like, you just can't be certain that guy's ever going to play basketball again because this is really bad. Like, when somebody misses games for a respiratory issue in July and then all the way up until January. They're still missing games because of the same issue. You just know that that's something serious. And he was released. He was released to make this trade happen. And a part of that is obviously because he doesn't know if his career is going to continue. So that's a second round pick that unfortunately is not going to pan out for us. Maybe he gets an unguaranteed deal at some point. Maybe he gets a 10-day if it's determined he can play basketball again. But again, you thinking about the basketball side of things, right? This is a guy who is desperately in need of development that is literally just not developing right now. And he's only going to get older. And whenever he does end up coming back to play basketball, he'll still be in need of development. Levine misses a step back. He also very, very subtly pushed off. But Bruce Brown does a great job in transition of pump faking underneath the basket and getting two defenders to blow by. 8-0 run from Toronto in the last minute 50. 8-0 run coming off two Jonte threes and a Bruce Brown bucket. So Jonte and Bruce Brown anchoring the comeback. We got a travel by Terry. And the momentum of this game has swung, people. 43-39. Timeout. Is this another timeout, Chicago? Nah, they're just making subs. Oh, Vucevic check back into the game. Hey, Jonte, get ready. We need you. We need you badly here. Is this Javon Carter picking up Dennis Schroeder full court? Jonte, they leave him open again. Wow. This time he missed. But if he made that, I would have been so happy. They really just left him open, though. Honestly, just let him keep shooting. A Jonte Porter wide open three is not a bad possession offensively for the Raptors. I'll say that much. Okay, pick and roll with Dennis and Jonte. Dennis steps into a three, knocks it down. It's a 1-point game, 43-42. See, so I think now the Raptors, damn, that was too easy. Damn, that was too easy. Is that Jonte's fourth foul? Hopefully that's called on Chris Boucher. But yeah, I think the 3-pointers are at even now. It's 3 threes and 3 threes for both teams. Okay, hold on. I got to check the fouls. How many fouls does Jonte have? Because we need him in the game. This is serious stuff, people. We've looked very bad in this game when he's not on the court. Oh, he still had 2 fouls. Beautiful. Bruce Brown now stuck on 2 fouls, but that's okay. You can let the bench player just rack up fouls. Yeah, we're at 9 subs. No Jordan Nwora, no Grady. Sucks to see Pascal leave. I guess, but also like it had to happen, man. It had to happen. The thing is like I don't think I'll ever quite emotionally like process trades the same way since the DeMar DeRozan trade, because that was the peak like emotional trade. Ever since that, honestly, nothing really seems that tough anymore. But also, hold up, young Kobe, you're a Blazers fan, right? Actually, it's a good question for you. I don't think a lot of Raptors fans have the experience of what it was like for like something like a Dame trade. Big play by Boucher. Going hard at the basket. Because the thing is like, yeah, we traded DeMar, but DeMar didn't reach the peaks that Dame did as an individual player, as a Raptor. So I wonder how that was for Blazers fans. Jonte playing great defense. Chris Boucher open in the corner for the lead. Oh, come on. Bruce Brown with the rebound there. There's my rebounding 2 guard. Scotty for the lead. Brick. Okay. Dennis for the lead. Okay. Oh, my God. 3 missed threes in a row. Well, we started out 0 for 9, and then we made 3 threes in a row, and then we missed 3 threes in 1 possession. Very, 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 very Raptors. Very Raptors, that's it. It was time. We couldn't give him what he needed. Honestly, that's kind of how it feels about Pascal. And that, like, bro, it's just the way things happened, and it's unfortunate that things happened this way. But the way things happened, it was time. It had to happen. That's how I felt about the situation. Um, IQ checks in, man. IQ, we need a 3. We need one of these for the lead. That's what we need. Bruce Brown checks out. He did, that was vintage Bruce Brown right there. You got some rebounding, some solid defense, good team basketball, nothing special, but did his job. They're leaving Jonte open again. Dribble handoff with Gary Trent. They do not give Gary Trent any space whatsoever. He gives it back to Jonte, who gives him another dribble handoff. This time he takes the contested 3, misses. That shot seems like it was forced just because we couldn't generate any good looks there on that possession. But I think the ball probably could have at least seen the other side of the court because it stayed on the left-hand side with Jonte and Gary and nobody else touching it. Didn't but hold on, you didn't think Siakam and Barnes could have been great, or didn't you think, like, I'm just curious as to whether this is a typo or not. Because the thing is I didn't think, like, the thing is my issue wasn't that, like, because some people's issue was that Siakam and Scotty couldn't play together, and I don't really think that was necessarily the case. I think they could play together under the right circumstances. I think your statement here about they could hold on, but you didn't think, yeah, I mean, like, the standard of greatness here, like, if we're talking championships, yeah, I don't think you're winning a championship with Siakam and Scotty. So, like, there's that. But yeah, just it had to happen. We need an influx of talented young players. I was hoping the trade would be how we get that, right? The way we got Quickly and RJ from the Knicks. I was hoping we could get 2 more players like that in a Siakam trade. We got draft picks. Hopefully we don't mess the draft picks up. Hopefully we get good young players. What a possession there. What a possession. Good play by Boucher finding Jonte. 2-point game again. Moving screen on Kobe White. Okay. We're probably going to shoot a 3 to try to take the lead on this possession. Let's see if we're going to finally make a 3 in that situation. We missed 3 threes in one possession the last time it was a 2-point game. Two-point game. Bruh, Boucher turned it over because he couldn't catch the ball. Man. It's tough to say that because our draft pick situation is undefined. The pick might go to the Spurs. It might stay with the Raptors. It doesn't seem like, even if we keep our pick, like, let's say the best, we get the absolute, like, well, here's the thing. Let's say we get the 6th overall pick, right? Because I don't think we can crack the top 5. And damn, Scotty, step back 3, misses it. Luckily, Boucher's fighting hard underneath the basket. But okay, so what I'm thinking is, like, it doesn't seem like this draft is strong enough to sit there and say that at 6th overall, like, we're going to get a phenomenal player, like a star. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win the lottery because there's just no point in, like, projecting that. But, and, like, the other alternative is we don't have that pick. So if we're picking in the 20s if we're picking in the 20s and 31 with the picks that we got from the OG and Siakam deals, we're not getting, like, anything close to a star in all likelihood, right? So obviously not. If we're picking higher in the draft, the way they talk about the draft is probably not going to be that, like, that great of a player. So I'm more looking at it like we need to stack our team with good young talent to where we can aggregate, like, where we can get to the point where we're trading 2-3 good young players for, like, a star, you know, like, that's realistically, like, our next step. Okay. DeMar jacks up a deep 3. 50-50. Raptors. Chance to take a lead after being down like 13 close to the end of the first. Gary Trent. Looking to feed Scotty in the post. DeMar is fighting hard. IQ open from 3. He missed. I did it for no reason. All right, so that's 4 missed threes in a row with a chance to take the lead. DeMar working Scotty, trying to get the contact. It was actually a pretty solid move, just couldn't get the call. But timeout Toronto. DeMar is continuing to talk to the refs. It's funny though, because every now and then when I'm watching like either Lowry or DeRozan or Van Vliet or Nurse or basically anybody from that era of the Raptors, and I watch them complain to the referees, like I can suddenly like I understand other fan bases and other players being annoyed because like the way we could used to complain to the refs, I imagine it was pretty annoying considering what I find annoying when I watch them now in the limited capacity that I do. But yeah, guys like DeMar, Kyle, Nurse, Fred VanVleet, they work the refs all game. All game they work the refs. Yeah, you can see here DeMar at a couple instances in this game has been pretty upset with the referee. Yeah, it's a 52-50 game. Bulls have a 2-point lead. Raptors have the ball. Let's look at the numbers real quick. 3 minutes until halftime. Both teams shooting roughly like, well, they both teams have made exactly 21 made field goals. 40 attempts for the Raptors, 38 for the Bulls. So that's pretty even. The 3-point shot, again, both teams have taken or made the exact same threes. The Raptors have just attempted 7 more. 8 free throws for the Bulls, 7 for the Raptors. It's a very closely contested game. They're out rebounding us. We're out assisting them. We have more steals. We have less turnovers. It's a pretty even game in that regard. Looking at the individual numbers, Scotty's got 10 so far in the game. Vucevic and DeRozan both have 12. But the points are pretty spread out for us because we got 8 from Jonte, 8 from RJ, 7 from Dennis, 6 from Thad Young. Only 4 points from Quickly and 2 for Trent. I think those are guys that you would hope they get it going in the second half because you know what they're capable of. But yeah. Surprised to see only 9 people in the rotation. I would have liked to see 10 because we have enough players now all of a sudden. Hey, shout out Time to Shine. Big move happened. Big move happened. We are not the same. We do not look the same anymore. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. After you say how you feel, I guess I'll chime in. Yeah. Yeah. It's been crazy. Don't know what to think about it, honestly. So my thing is like I understand it and I understand that it's necessary. It's just underwhelming because you know what's walking out the door. Like you know how good Pascal is, and then you see what the return is. It's hard to not be underwhelmed. But again, just like this is a you got to take your medicine moment, right? Like not and what I did was I kind of made it. I drew the parallel with the Fred VanVleet situation and said how like whatever day Fred VanVleet signed with the Rockets, like whatever, let's say it's July 3rd, 2023, right? On the moment of July 3rd, 2023, when the Raptors decided to not offer him the contract that Houston did, at that moment, on that day, they made the right decision, right? They made the absolute right decision to not give him that money. However, the fact that they were in that position to have to make that decision is a product of a bunch of mistakes, right? That's how I look at the Fred VanVleet situation. And I think the Pascal Siakam situation is the same thing when it comes to the pattern of decision making, right? The moment, yesterday, January 17th, 2024, on that moment, the Raptors probably made the best deal that they could. And getting Pascal out the door for the best deal that they could was the right move on January 17th, 2024. But the fact that you were in the position to have to make that decision is a product of a bunch of bad decisions. So I'm hoping that They know that, and I think they do, because this trade honestly doesn't look like any of the trades that we've made to offload talent. And what I mean by that is like we traded Kyle Lowry for Precious. Like we didn't get any draft picks back. We got the young prospect that we would have wanted with draft picks anyways, right? Like we don't really trade for draft picks, we trade for players. We traded Norman Powell for Gary Trent, no draft picks. We traded OG for 2 players. We got a draft pick, but that just goes to show how good OG is. Damn, what a bad pass by Scotty, man. Damn. But yeah, so that's the thing. Our pattern in trading established talent is get the young player back. Forget draft picks. Forget cap space, stuff like that. Just go get the player. So for us to take a... Oh, that was a no call as well. Damn, if they reviewed that goaltending and they found it wasn't, that would have been a crazy chase down. Scotty, I feel like he wants to take a deep 3. Damn. Oh, RJ Banks in a 3 at the end of the shot clock. Just jacks it up because he has to, and he banked it in. I doubt he was trying to do that, but hey, good fortune is a beautiful thing. Bro, Vooch is killing me. Vooch is killing me. I don't love it. Those picks are not going to be good picks. Right. So what I was saying was, yeah, because if you look at it, this trade doesn't match up with any of the other trades we make. It doesn't match up with the Precious trade, the Norm trade, or the Lowry trade. To me, that means they didn't actually want to make this trade. They knew, but they knew they had to. Which to me, like, again, that's how I look at it. Like on the day yesterday, the 17th of January, 2024, you had to make that trade, which again, in the isolated moment, it's understandable. It's fine. You had to do it. I get it. But the fact that you were in that position is a product of a bunch of bad decisions. Like we couldn't use our picks to get even better with Pascal rather than get worse. Having cap space first means nothing. We see that over the years. We try to sign players, they reject us, and we end up signing scrubs. For sure, bro. For sure. We out of this, we got draft picks and cap space. I would have rather liked getting the player, right? It would have been nice to get a Keegan Murray or a Jalen Johnson or players like that. But it's not going to happen. So yeah, that's where I'm at with the Pascal trade. I understand it, but I'm obviously disappointed. And like I said, the main pathway that it paves in front of us is that we have to become a good drafting team now, right? I don't think, again, because we're the Raptors, we're not really positioned to look at free agency as our way to get better, or like to get substantially better. And I don't think we actually have the kind of roster and the kind of draft capital to say that we're going to be like players in the trade market to make a big trade. Also I think Masai is battling his reputation when it comes to trade negotiations. So that's the thing. It has to be the draft. We have draft capital now. It has to be the draft. We have to be good at drafting. Nothing we do in the trade market and free agency is going to matter if we just are average at drafting. If we get what picks in the 20s typically get you, we're just not going to be that good. We have to overperform in terms of drafting. We have to leave our 3 picks between they'll probably be between 21 and 31. We have to leave those 3 picks with at least 1 starter and 1 bench player. The pressure's on. I think the pathway that the Raptors took, it puts a lot of pressure on Masai, and he's got to answer. He's got to hit these next picks. There's got to be at least 1 home run. Quickly steps into the 3, misses. Raptors down 5. The Bulls will take the last shot of the half, 63-58. Kobe White tries to bank in a shot, can't get it to fall. Leaving Walker over there was bad. It is bad, but that's the thing is like there's no way that we like intentionally did that. The fact that we accepted this trade means that Indiana dug their heels in and said we are not trading Walker or Matherin or any of those guys. And it means that the Kings dug their heels in and said we're not trading Keegan Murray. And the Hawks dug their heels in and said, we are not trading Jalen Johnson. That's how we got ourselves in this position. If either of them were remotely available, I don't think we would be accepting a deal like this. But I think, again, the Raptors had to take their medicine and realize we messed this situation up. And now no teams want to part with that for a guy who's about to be a free agent in July. So again, you got to learn your lessons there. And I think the fact that they accepted this trade and they kind of had to come to accept that they messed up, hopefully with acknowledging that you messed up comes with changed decision making. Here's the thing. That's a them problem. That is very much a them problem. I don't know why they did this to themselves. I think they're bracing for the fact that he might leave in free agency, or not even that. Because the thing is like, if they sign Pascal, they can always just trade Walker in the offseason. Like, they still don't know for certain that they're going to get Pascal. I know they'd like to think so, but they don't know for certain yet. The point is, July 1st, 2024, it is guaranteed that Pascal Siakam will be a free agent and anybody can talk to. And the thing too is, like, if he gets a really good offer from somebody, let's say, and the thing is like and he has to turn down money from Indy, like, that's a possible destination. Oh, definitely. But that's the thing, like, I'm sure we did. And I'm sure it just resulted in no. Like, like, we really messed this up. I really can't believe that Sacramento wouldn't trade Keegan Murray. Because, like, but they did. I don't understand why, but they did. Because, like, if you think about it, you're Sacramento, right? If you have Fox, Siakam, and Sabonis, look, I don't personally think that team is doing shit, right? But from the Kings standpoint, how they look at their players, I would assume that those three players, they would look at them and be like, all right, this is about as championship ready as we're ever going to be. So then what is the point? Like, who cares about a Keegan Murray at that point? Who cares about a young prospect? You're not in a young prospect part of your team anymore. So what does it really matter? But, like, they were strong about it. The Hawks, I understand a little bit with Jalen Johnson, because the Hawks, I feel like, are always 1 foot in and 1 foot out in terms of, like, are they trying to be good or not? Because apparently they're considering trading DeJounte, and, like, to me, that is a step back move after years of trying to make, like, step up moves. I don't think they wanted to lose an outside threat for another interior player. Is that in reference to the Kings? That makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not that many players in the NBA that can make 12 threes. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I just, like, I don't know. I'm surprised the Kings weren't in for OG. Because, to be honest, like, that's the kind of player they need. Whoa. They're shooting 55% from the field. 55%. We gave up 42 points in the paint. Yeah, the Jakob missing is, like, a huge deal today. Because we have nothing to deal with Vucevic. We have nothing. Jonte did fine a little bit here and there, but Thad Young had a terrible day. Dealing with Vooch specifically. Thad Young as a whole has been aight, but dealing with Vooch, it's been bad. Yeah, Scotty's got 13. It looks like the way the game is going, we're gonna need a fourth quarter Scotty kind of a performance. And we'll see how that goes, because so far, like, he has 13 points. That's a little bit, like, already higher than you would expect when it comes to first half Scotty, because sometimes he, like, sleepwalks through the beginning of games. But if he turns it on to an even higher level than where he's at right now, he might scorch the Bulls down the stretch, and I think that would be awesome, but also, like, something we need in this game, because the Bulls just keep scoring. I'll be honest, I don't want to win games. You know what? It's tough. I just wish that this draft class was good. It would be so easy if this draft class was good. We could just say, "Yo, just tank." It'd be so easy. But that's the thing too. I don't know. Time to shine. You're in your opinion, right? Whenever they say a draft class is bad, have you ever actually like taken stock of what that means? Because to be honest, like they said the Giannis draft was bad, but it had Giannis. And then there was another draft that they said was bad. I think the other one they said was bad had SGA in it. Like, you know, like there is usually still like a guy in those drafts. Uh there's usually a guy, but like people usually just don't know about them till a couple years later. And honestly, those picks tend to be like 12 to 15. Random hidden gems tend to be there around 12 to 15. Shout out to us having a pick in that range and leaving with Grady Dick. Yeah, but you don't want to lose the pick. You know what the ideal thing is? Time to shine, right? The ideal thing is us winning the lottery or like jumping into the top four the way we did when we got Scotty. Like if we if we what's it called? If we let's say finish like ninth or 10th in the odds and then hop up into like let's say the third overall pick, like that's the ideal thing. Because honestly, if we sit there and we actually go and become like one of the sixth worst teams in the NBA and we finish sixth, like that path doesn't really seem like that great. And also, I don't even love who we would probably get at sixth overall. Hey, we got a Sarcasm City raid coming through. That's lit. As more people trickle in, we'll address that. But yeah, the Raptors are down 5. It's a whole lot of scoring in this game. Nobody's playing defense. Me and Time to Shine are talking about what to do in the future. There'll be further content about the future at some point. I was crunching numbers. But yeah, I see everybody trickling in. Shout out to everybody pouring in from the Sarcasm City raid. Shout out Flawless as always. It's my guy for real, for real. I think there's like 25 of you, probably about 21 of you guys just trickled in right now. Shout out to you guys. My name is Alam. This is Toronto Hoop Talk. This is a basketball channel with a slant towards Toronto related topics. I know you guys are coming from Sarcasm City. I think you guys are coming from a United and Arsenal show, so very unrelated to what I'm doing right now. However, I am watching a basketball game with 2 red teams, and you guys are coming from a live stream about 2 red teams. So we do have that in common going on. But yeah, shout out to you guys. If you guys aren't familiar with what I do, I used to be on Sarcasm City a lot more. I haven't been back in a while. I'll be back at some point. If you watch some of the NFL content on the Twitch early in the year, I was there. I used to be a part of a lot of the NBA content. I will be back as the games heat up. But yeah, if you guys want to like support the Sarcasm City community as a whole, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Flawless is going to be here at some point. I'll find like the best stream to incorporate people like that. Jez is going to be here when the Raptors play the Thunder. Eddie's going to be here when the Raptors play the Lakers. Peter's going to be here maybe when the Raptors play the Suns. But yeah, shout out to you guys. If you guys want to just hang out and watch basketball with me for the rest of the night, I don't know what you guys have going on, but that'll be pretty fun for you guys because this game, there's no defense. Again, I'm sure a lot of you guys are football fans. This game is end-to-end, the kind of game that ends 5-4. That's the kind of game in basketball terms that's happening. So if you guys love basketball, this would probably be a pretty cool place for you guys to hang out. If you guys are kind of familiar with basketball, but you want to learn a little bit more, this would be an awesome place to watch a game. You guys can come ask me any questions you guys might have. And if you don't know anything about basketball and you want to learn from the ground up, also, this is a good place to be because you can ask any questions. A lot of knowledgeable people in the chat. There's me here. We can help explain to you guys what's going on. So shout out to you guys for being here. The people from Sarcasm City. It's much appreciated. Halftime is about to be over soon. The Raptors are down 5. Whole lot of scoring going on. The Raptors just made a big trade yesterday, so the team is a little bit thrown together, but we'll be fine. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know what it is though. People get busy like that. It happens, but I will be back. Also, bro, I seen the new thumbnails. They look great. They look great. As a Heat fan, respect to another fan of the sport. I hope the rebuild goes well. Shout out to you, AJ Byatt. Yeah, I think with the Heat, like you guys are in a funny place where like almost it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season because come playoff time, you know you guys are gonna kind of become a different kind of uh, a team. Like this kind of basketball that happens in the playoffs is better suited to the way you guys play. So you don't really have to fixate too hard on what's going on in the regular season. You know Jimmy Butler's not trying that much. You know so a lot of the older players aren't trying that much. You know that some of your younger players are gonna like grow and develop over the course of the regular season. Um, Whatever happens in the playoffs, that's what's important. That's what you guys are placing all your stock in. So it's a funny time to be a Heat fan. You guys also had a terrible day yesterday, so shout out the Raptors for that. For sure, flaws, for sure, for sure. But yeah, big up everyone from Sarcasm City once again. Um, yeah, like I said, game's gonna be back soon. Halftime's almost over. Yeah, what was time to shine talking about before we left? Draft isn't great though, and there's like 1 to 3 fairly good. We try to use later picks to move up. Yeah, so that's the thing. We could definitely move up in the draft. Uh, we have the capital to do so. And if you think about it, right, we already have a roster as is with young players. It's not like it makes sense for us to make every draft pick we have in the next 3 years because we basically have, if you look at Detroit's second round pick as a first round pick, we essentially are going to have like 6 first round picks in the next 3 years. So does it make sense to add 6 young players to a team that already has a Scotty and an IQ and an RJ and a Grady and anybody else who might get, you add Jonte to there. At this point, you add Jonte to that core. Like it doesn't really make sense to make all the draft picks. So at some point, you're going to have to aggregate. You're going to have to put together 2, 3 young players / draft picks and trade them for one. So yeah, that trade is happening at some point. Oh, we're flipping him if the value is right. The thing about these conversations or like these kind of questions is it always becomes a like, would you do this or this, right? But it's entirely context dependent. Like, what is the offer for Bruce Brown? That entirely dictates my answer. We flip him if the offer is good. So for me, if you can get a first round pick that looks like, actually I lied. If you can get a first round pick for Bruce Brown, you take it. You take it. If you can't, then you keep Bruce Brown. Is Siakam in the conversation as best Raptor of all time? Best is the wrong word. He's one of like, I think in my opinion, he's one of the more fan favorites. But there's just a tier of player that he can't really like say that he's a part of because look at it this way, young Kobe. Like Kawhi is the number one option in a championship. Vince Carter basically built the organization. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry essentially stabilized the organization when they were in a really bad place, right? There's like a tier of 4 players there that I think he'd have a very hard time aligning himself with. He's more in the Chris Bosh tier of that guy was a baller and a lot of people liked him. Like he's more in that territory. But yeah, nah. There's 4 Raptors that are on a level of their own that I think other guys can't really compare with. Damn, they got Darko yelling at the players. I wish I could turn the volume up for this. Damn, I might do it anyways. I might do it anyways. Nah, it's too late. But finally, they showed the clock 40 seconds. Shout out Chris Bosh, one of the greatest power forwards ever. Actually, here's the thing. Hold up. I'm going to get this out the way. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. If you guys can see this wall here on my background, my finger is blending into the green screen. When I got this background design to kind of function as the room behind me, part of what I wanted to do was kind of like establish my own like way of recognizing numbers that I think the Raptors do a poor job of like making the most out of. And you got 15 for Vince Carter, 4 for Chris Bosh, 10 for DeMar, 7 for Lowry, and 2 for Kawhi. So I do include Chris Bosh as one of those guys for me personally. I don't think he objectively matches the other 4 in terms of like actual status, but bro, Chris Bosh was so good. People just don't know because people didn't care about the Raptors while he was here, understandably so. And he played such a small role, not a small role, but he had to kind of fall to the back while he was on the Heat because it was LeBron and D Wade's show. So for those 2 reasons, people will never actually understand how good Chris Bosh was. He was so good. Like his role was so different on Toronto than it was in Miami. At Miami, he was a role player. On Toronto, he was the superstar. Looks like the same starting lineup for the second half. DeMar DeRozan, pull up, misses. Let's go. Let's get running. IQ puts up a 3, gets it to fall. That's what we needed. We've been making and missing 3s in streaks in this game, so I'm hoping to see a run of 3s now because we could use it. Vucevic knocks down a jumper from his spot. No contest from Jonte. I understand most centers, you're happy with them taking that shot, but Vucevic, you got to at least contest that because he really likes that shot. Quickly finds RJ in the corner. So he got fouled, and then he went to shoot the ball to like get the continuation, but he was behind the backboard. But you have to still honestly shoot the ball to try to get the free throws. So this man was behind the backboard trying to shoot over it to get the free throws. That's hilarious. IQ. So we're not going to make 3s on a run now. Make 1, miss 1 to start the third. Zach LaVine barrels his way to the basket and is now avoiding putting weight on his right foot/ankle. And for a guy that's looking for a trade, he immediately checks out and immediately walks to the locker room and he just threw a towel into a chair. That is not good to see. I hope LaVine is okay, but it looks like, he stepped on somebody's foot and turned his ankle, completely turned his ankle. You see immediately he was not chancing putting any weight on it. Oh, that's a bad turn. Yeah, he kept his ankle all the way off the ground, was putting no weight on it. Please, Scotty, don't jump. DeMar DeRozan, another miss. Ooh, wow. How did Caruso block RJ there? I thought RJ had such good positioning, and then Caruso just he just knew where the ball was. Hey, Scotty, that's a little wild. If 80% of personally feel like you and the Thunder are about to be running the NBA in 5 to 7 years, if 80% of it. You know what it is? I wouldn't put the Raptors and the Thunder together. I think the Thunder are in a tier of their own. I think the Raptors, if they play their cards right, they could be in a very good position. But I think I don't feel as good about us doing it as I do about the Thunder. But you know what it is? The ultimate like wild card is, can the Raptors find a way to get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? I think that's like the big thing for us. If we can find a way to, if his contract runs out in 3 years, if we can find a way to position ourselves to sign him as a free agent, or even have him in a spot where he doesn't want to resign with OKC, and then we can trade for him, we would be in an amazing position. And that's when I could look at this and say, yeah, it looks like we're going to be running the NBA. Because if the kind of assets we have, if we can add SGA, then we're seriously cooking with gas. Looks like Scotty's grabbing his hand. Jonte makes the first free throw. And he makes his second. Again, man, made free throws. It's a beautiful thing to see. I'm used to seeing a lot of misses. Vucevic spins in circles like a top and then puts up a brick. Damn. Gary Trent hit that shot well contested by Caruso. Caruso was on him like a glove, and he still got the shot to fall. Nah, Vooch. What a block by Scotty. What a block by Scotty. Wait. Did they call that goaltending? What? Wait. Also, where I'm pleasure to meet you too, I guess, bro. Shout out to you, AJ Byatt. Trying to see who that's a picture with. Oh, you're an Arsenal fan. Yeah. But shout out to you, Heat fan. We have another Heat fan that watches a lot of our streams. Like I said, good for you that you guys are watching this stream and not yesterday's. But yeah, that was a hell of a game yesterday for the Raptors. Damn, they're showing this NBA promotional all-star campaign with RJ in a Knicks uniform. Like, brother, this is outdated information. Did I just see Chris Boucher blocking somebody and Lou Dort dunking on somebody? Wait, is this an all-star campaign or is this just an NBA ad? Oh, it's a Canadian NBA ad. Makes sense. And then that must have been Omax Prosper on the Kings. That must have been who it was. But yeah, shout out to everybody tapped in right now. Regardless of whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this on replay after the fact, you're very appreciated. The support is very appreciated. If you appreciate what I'm doing enough to want to support further, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Two very important forms of engagement for the growth of a YouTube channel. YouTube does not know how to differentiate cool content from trash content. It needs you to help do the work for it. So the more you engage with content, YouTube knows to push it to further people, and that's how YouTube channels get bigger. So you're very much in control of this stuff happening. If you want to help this channel grow bigger, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, the content is free, but I accept payment in the form of engagement. So that's what it is. People, run those numbers up. I am not worried at all. Spo here 8 more years. We're best of two right there for the opportunity. And honestly, as a fan, wasn't good enough for me. Yeah, so this is why I said, like, with the Heat, it almost really doesn't matter what you guys do in the regular season. Like, you guys are a playoff team in the truest sense of the term. So what you guys do there is gonna be everything. But also, like, that game being a different game is gonna be a big part of the reason that um you're gonna look better there than in the regular season. Because the thing is like, you talk about Spo being there, right? The impact of coaching on games goes up in the playoffs. They're showing Vince Carter. Uh, he's here because of TNT. But yeah, because in the regular season, right, you're playing a different team almost every day, right? You prepare for one team, you have spend a day preparing for them, then you have to pivot to another team and then another team. So over the course of a regular season, right, teams don't actually study each other that much. Oh man, Scotty got blocked at the rim. That's two blocks now Chicago's had in the last 2 minutes that are just very uncharacteristic of them. Very uncharacteristic. All right, come on, Jonte. Come on, Jonte. Force the miss. Let's go. Okay, yeah. So in the regular season, coaches mainly concern themselves about themselves. They focus on their team, they focus on their guys, and that's how they coach. In the playoffs, when you lock onto one team, deep three from Gary. Oh, come on. Okay, I feel like that's 5 misses in a row when we've taken a three to give ourselves the lead. Great defense by Jonte again at the rim, contesting without fouling. Sloppy pass from RJ, man. Sloppy pass from RJ. This Bulls bench unit's just playing a little bit harder than us. These blocks and these steals, man. Not common stuff. Jonte, they leave him open. He doesn't take the look this time, and he throws to Scotty Barnes, who is not even paying attention. But yeah, so what I was saying about the playoffs is that's when coaches actually focus on the other team. So that's when the level of coaching, in terms of the impact it has on a game, that's when it skyrockets. Is there a simple way to watch this on stream, bro? Watch the game a simple way, not one that's legal and can be talked about on YouTube, like without there being like repercussions or anything. But yeah, if you really like need to watch this game, I'm sure there's ways to do it. But legally, the only way is through the NBA Game Pass. So there's a thing called Game Pass. You buy it, and it gives you access to games. Now I don't know geographically where you are. If you're in Toronto or Chicago, so basically on League Pass you get every game but your local games. So if you're in the Toronto or Chicago areas, then you won't get this on League Pass. But anywhere else you would. That's the simple way to watch this legally. When it comes to illegal ways of watching games, simply, you're on your own, big man. Bro, great point. Just as you say this, he calls a timeout. Great point. The coach really didn't want to take a timeout. Yeah, man, always. Always. Look, I don't know when the next time the Raptors will be worth traveling to Toronto to see, but whenever Time to Shine does, the link up is happening. So, to be honest though, like, I say give it 2 years. I think in 2 years we'll have a better look to us. But this year and next year, nah. I think basically once we get the wave, like assuming we get a wave of talent next, like in this upcoming draft, I'm assuming you give them their rookie year, and then by year two they're good. That's when we'll probably be solid, because Grady should be good by then. Oh, that's another thing. I don't like how Grady didn't get minutes today. I thought he played well in his minutes yesterday, and I thought he earned at least a little bit of run. It didn't have to be anything crazy, but at least give him like 6 minutes in the first half and see what happens. All I want from the season is development and Bam two defensive player of the year, then bring on the East, because honestly I feel no one in the playoffs. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like you guys play Boston competitively, and those series are always close. So it's just a matter of how it shakes out on in any given season. The Bucks have their issues. The Bucks got their issues. Philly is Philly. Like I just expect the playoff collapse. What happened to DeMar here? He got hit in the face on his way down, or did he get kneed in the crotch? I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the race is for defensive player of the year. So I don't know who the other candidates are. I wanted to come when we had DeMar Lowry so bad. Was planning on a trip, didn't plan. Then we traded for Kawhi. My cousin got married, and I was there for the East Finals. Say word. It works out well then. That's a very good happy accident. So a very good happy accident. And it's also lucky you didn't have any wedding stuff to do during those games. Bro, it's more just us not being able to box out Vucevic. And like Jonte Porter doesn't do well, but everybody else struggles. Thad struggles. Obviously, smaller players struggle. We're missing Pirtle badly today. Vucevic back, bro. It's so frustrating to watch. I hate it so much. I can't believe it. His Vucevic is really just he's the reason it's an 8-point game. Like on his own, like everything else Chicago's doing is regular, but he's having a standout game because nobody else can really deal with his size. Really difficult step back long two from Gary. They're saying it's a two. Bro, it's for real. Like at some point an adjustment has to be made. And then the thing too is like Chicago's not making threes enough for to go away from that. And of course I understand that if you double Vooch, things probably open up for DeMar, and that's probably why they're not doing it. But like try it at least a little bit and see what happens. That's another good point. Levine is not on the court anymore. That's a very valid point. We're stuck 8 here. We're in need of one good run. We just need one. Another sloppy pass there. That could have been a turnover if RJ just took one more step. RJ bullies his way to the basket. Man, Thad Young. Thad Young, man. Sends the putback out of bounds. Wait, Levine is back? I guess the ankle turn wasn't so bad. Just had to walk it out. Gary Trent misses the mid-range pull-up. Yeah, the offense looks stinky. I just don't love our chance creation right now. And obviously the shots not falling don't help. But look, okay, Thad Young on Vucevic one-on-one has to stop. Like at some point, the coach has to at least try something different. Send a second defender, put a bigger initial defender, and again, we're in a bad spot with that because we only have one guy and he's not healthy. But like, this is bad. Bro, oh, memories, heritage. Gasol used to hold this guy to 0 points. That Magic series, man. Do you remember when we lost game 1 in that series? I'm curious because I'll be real. So much PTSD hit when they lost game 1. I want to thank the Raptors because I think you guys have started a great run of the 2 trade lines because I think there's something big coming. That is true, though. I think the 2 trades we made kind of like kickstarted what should be an eventful trade deadline. Because I think somebody's going to... So I think somebody is going to move for DeJounte Murray. Who else is on the trade market? I don't know. Actually, to be honest, who else is even on the trade market? Yeah, bro. He took RJ out the game when I thought RJ was doing good at the beginning. I don't really see what the purpose was. Damn, quickly. It looked like the ball slipped out of Scotty Barnes' hands there. I don't think he was passing it that hard to Thad Young. If he did, that's crazy. That's a crazy decision. Four turnovers this quarter to the Bulls, 0. That's a part of the slide. But yeah, the fact that IQ couldn't get a step on Vooch there was surprising. I don't know that on that last possession, the way IQ dribbled, like he took a step back a couple of times to just kind of like lure Vooch out a little bit. Then he tried to sprint into the space behind him. The fact that he couldn't beat him there was kind of surprising. And like, I don't love that happened because like I think a lot of point guards get that look there. And I don't know. Your name is Quickly. Like you gotta be able to move quickly if your name's Quickly. I just feel like those are the rules. Hup, we got free throws from Kobe. Or free throw. It's an and one. It's a 13-point game. This was a 13-point game at some point earlier. The Raptors then took a lead at some point. Now it's a 13-point game again. We're going to need fourth quarter Scotty to show up again. Badly. We need that badly. Deep three from Kobe. Misses. Bruce Brown gets the rebound. Pushes it up the court. Sprints to the basket. Gets the layup. There's the slashing Bruce Brown. I don't know if you guys heard the Darko quotes on Bruce Brown, but the fact that this man can find a way to gas anybody is amazing. But he basically said 2 years ago, while he was an assistant, he was tasked with putting together a video of the best slashers in basketball. And he's like, there was a lot of Bruce Brown in that video. And I was like, don't lie. Like, you don't have to lie. But the fact that he can come up with something like that about everybody, bro, Scotty Barnes is the face of the league. Bruce Brown from 3. Let's go. Bruce Brown, 5 points in a row. Make yourself a hero. Make yourself a hero. Damn, Kobe. Good contest by Jonte as well. Oh, we got a cheap foul on Levine. Let's go. Bro, I'm telling you, our coach is a grade A liar. He's a grade A liar. It's so funny. This is a question that I can't find the answer for. Are you guys going to fully tank to go for pick number 1 for the upcoming draft, or do you want to fully develop more than like pick 3? Bro, I'll be real. Your voice to text is kicking my ass. Because every time there's a word that could be a number, it listed as a number, and bare times that's not what you're trying to say. So your voice to text. Bruce Brown going for the steal. He can't get it though. Shit. Oh, what a cheap foul. What a cheap foul. Or do you want to develop more like than get like pick 3 to 6? Hold on. Wait, are you talking generically or are you talking about literally what the Raptors are going to do this season? Oh, very, very soft. Also, but bro, imagine the player being Bruce Brown. Like, remember the Brooklyn Nets when they had Kyrie, Harden, KD, and then randomly Bruce Brown was the other starter? Also, Bruce Brown just got Levine just got him bad on with that move there. Fortunately, Levine missed the shot. Let the Scotty takeover begin. Let the Scotty takeover begin. And one, but also more importantly, forget the and one. Andre Drummond, he's a lot of things, but he's strong. He is strong. We can't take that away from him. And Scotty just went right into him with aggression. Oh, bro, we're not tanking at all. Hell, we're not like the thing is like tanking is suggesting we're gonna try to lose games. We're not gonna try to lose games. We might trade some of our established players for young players, and that might make us lose games. But we are not going to try to lose games. Now, when it comes to the trade market, right? You can't convince me that trading Gary Trent Jr. is gonna make you significantly worse. It's not, right? So even if we part with a piece like him, like it's fine. Like we'll still be competitive. Pirtle, there's a chance we could trade Pirtle and get like super trash. It's possible. IQ draws a foul, but it's on the court. Now, I think we might be in the bonus anyway, so it doesn't matter. But oh, facts, man. Fuck Andre Drummond. Masai said more is coming. Yeah. Yo, honestly, realistically, I would look at what you can get back for Pirtle, what you can get back for. I would look at what you can get back for Gary Trent, but I don't know if I'd pull the trigger yet. He should play some more games with more opportunity and see what happens. I would see what we could get for a guy like Chris Boucher, and I don't know if anybody else has really value like that. But yeah, just see what you can get. Even Dennis. And again, like the point isn't just ship everybody out at all costs, but just see what the value is. And if there's a contender that's super thirsty for any of these players, take back if you can get good value, then do that. Open three for Dennis. Short rim. Short rim. Good possession to generate the open look. Oh, bro, I talked about this yesterday during the stream with Nico, but I was talking about like, yo, I wonder if you could get a lottery pick for Bruce Brown and Jakob Poeltl in a package, right? Because they're kind of like similarly players that are ready to impact a contender right now and be really good role players. I just wonder if there's a contender somewhere with a lottery pick, if they would part with that for both of those players. Also, if you combine their salaries, we could also take back a bad contract. So quietly, like, I wonder if you could finesse a really good pick out of that situation. Scotty from 3 to beat the shot clock. A big 3. Man, Scotty's the one coming through right now. Actually, we should be we should be targeting Drummond every possession, regardless of who has the ball. It should be mission attack Drummond. Bro, DeMar's got the Dennis matchup. Bro, help. Help. Oh my God. We can't be that bad at helping. How did Drummond get basically enough space for an open dunk off that? And we fouled him to put him on the line, which is good, but bro, it can't be that easy. This is facts. Where's RJ Barrett? You haven't talked about him. He's not had a particularly eventful day. Come to think about it, let me see what's going on. He's got 13 points, 5 assists, 4 for 11 from the field. Honestly, he's had some good plays driving to the basket, but that's about it. Damn, Caruso is a real pest, you know? He's a real pest. Almost got to steal there. That's and one? That's and one? It's not and one? Oh, Bruce Brown! Oh. Oh, that would have been such a sick play. That would have been such a sick play. Also, that's bullshit that wasn't actually I lied. They were right. Seeing the replay, I was wrong. That wasn't enough like that's barely any contact. But Bruce Brown almost getting the steal and the shot. Yes. The plan should be attack Drummond every single possession. Where's Nico at, man? Nico will be proud right now. That guy hates Andre Drummond. But yeah. Let me see what Tankathon is saying right now. I actually haven't checked that website in a long time and looked at the Raptors. We're actually at number 6 right now. Oh, we're at number 7. Honestly, I could see us getting high, like up to like 10 or 11. You know what the bigger thing is that I think you got to factor how bad the top 5 is, and then the fact that Memphis has a bunch of jaw wins that they're not going to have anymore. So the top 6 is actually locked up. The Raptors are going to have to move up in the lottery to keep their pick. That shit is going to the Spurs. God damn it, bro. Jakob Pertl. Going to cost us like a top 10 pick. But yeah, I think we're probably going to get out. I do, bro. Here's the thing, right? I actually just don't buy that a man is going to resign in OKC after their first big bag because he got his first big deal, right? Like, I can understand a player off their rookie deal not wanting to play games about their first big contract and just taking the money, right? That's what he did. I don't think after having that payday, he's gonna sign again in OKC, right? And we'll find his thing right here. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So the man after this year has 3 more years left on his contract. If it gets communicated to the that's a replay. If it gets communicated to the Thunder he doesn't want to sign another deal, he probably gets traded summer of 2026. So about 2 years from now. So that's the thing. Honestly, we just have to position ourselves for that point. Oh, bro, tune in. AJ, tune in. Here's the thing, right? Obviously, like, I'm Toronto Hoop Talk. I'm not Raptors Hoop Talk. So there's gonna be like a Toronto slant to all my basketball stuff, but I do a lot of basketball stuff I will do a lot of basketball stuff that's not Raptors related. So like in the playoffs, when the Raptors season is over, I'll be doing watch-alongs that are like, I'll be doing Heat watch-alongs for Kyle Lowry, and I'll be doing Thunder watch-alongs for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Nuggets watch-alongs for Jamal Murray, like stuff like that, right? When the Olympics happens, we will be doing basketball Olympics content. Are we pressing up full court? No, we're not. I lied. Damn, that text is super small. I'll make it. They made a shot again. Every time I look down, I look up, they score more points. Scotty commanded about 3 defenders there. That's a thing. That was awesome. He's playing aggressive. He's playing like a first option right now. Yeah. So here, where is it? Here's what it is, people. SGA 2026. If he doesn't want to stay, that's the trade opportunity. Barnes makes both. 2-point game. Oh, the steal by Scotty, springing a 3-on-3 fast break. Boucher, bro, no. Oh, thank God he made it. Thank God he made it. Thank God. Boucher finally. No, bro, there's no player option or team option. The contract runs through 2027 straight. But that's the thing. So you either sign him in 2027 or you trade for him in 2026 because he tells the Thunder, I'm not re-signing. Like basically what happened with Siakam in terms of like we traded him because we knew we couldn't get him on another deal. It's the same situation. If you want him in 2026, it's that. If you want him in 2027, it's as a free agent. So the thing is like planning for free agency in 2027 is just so far away. Like it's not reasonable. Bro, how are we doing these sloppy turnovers so often? This is insane. Like on one hand, it feels like we're playing so hard to get back in this game, but on the other hand, it feels like we just keep giving them opportunities to like stay in a position where they're ahead. Io fouls Scotty Barnes. Boucher makes the 3 after the basket. Oh, bro, think about it, right? Shea in 2027 is going to be what, like 28, 29, like basically in his prime. Scotty Barnes is going to be entering his prime at about 25. Think about it. Scotty Barnes will still be 25. He'll still have room for growth ahead of him. That's it. That's the one. That's the 1-2 punch that wins us a chip. That has to be the goal of everything we do as a franchise. And honestly, here's the thing. I have a conspiracy theory. Oh, Io's playing like a Raptor right now. Io almost turned it over. God damn, bro. Just do something smart, please. Scotty, going to the basket. Scotty's in takeover mode right now. Scotty's in takeover mode. So, okay. The young Kobe comment is one I've been meaning to talk about because I have a talking point. But yeah. I think a part of having RJ Barrett is about having somebody on the national team to be in his ear the whole time. Because the other thing you have to consider is that Team Canada practices at the Raptors facility in Toronto. So, like, I just think, you get RJ, I don't know, maybe you go get Olynyk or you find a way to get who else is on that team. But you just get some guys on the Canadian team, on the Raptors, and get them to talk to SGA. Like, yo, 2027, we could put something together in Toronto. Think about it, bro. Scotty with 2 Canadians, RJ and Shea. Oh my God. Scotty in transition sets up RJ for the dunk, and we have a lead. Hey, the Scotty takeover has been a thing of beauty. We're actually seeing like our first taste of what it's like for Scotty Barnes to like be the number 1 guy. It's unquestioned. There's nobody else on the court that's going to do it. We're not playing well. We need a spark. And he's basically just taking over right now. And you see how he's taking over too. It's by going to the basket. Yeah, this is awesome. This is so fun to watch. So you say Shea probably stays in OKC. They're built to win in 2 years. So this is true. This is very true, right? But my point about something like this is that OKC may be built to win a championship. But I don't think there's different degrees to being able to win a championship. I think it's a yes or no question. It's not like you're 8 out of 10 a championship team But if there's a 10 out of 10 championship team, like that's just unquestionably a better situation or more appealing situation, right? I think the thing that the Raptors have to do is position themselves to where, like, yeah, OKC is built to win a chip, but so is Toronto. And now you give SGA a serious thing to think about is like, would you rather win a chip in Oklahoma City or in Toronto, where you're from? And like, I'd put up, man. Shea. Let me see. Let me post up. Is this on? Is this out here? And bro, just think. We're talking about this guy right here, bro. Scroll up. Did I have to really click it to get? There we go. We're talking about this guy, right? We're talking about this guy. Would you rather win in Toronto or Oklahoma City? That's the question. And just look at his face. What do you think he would rather say? So that's the thing. I actually think that's the goal, isn't to just be better than OKC. OKC is going to be OKC. But we have to be someone that's at least, we're in the conversation too. Like, yeah, they have Chet, and maybe they'll have more than Chet at that point. They probably will. But also, if we have Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett and let's say a full team around them, like let's say Grady Dick is like our Danny Green at that point, right? Let's say, I don't know, Kira Lewis is our Fred VanVleet, whatever, right? Point is, if we have a team and we can look at SGA and say, bro, you're the last piece, and if you join here, we're like OKC now, right? That's how you have to sell him. Like, the whole thing is, he's never gonna come back just because, like, oh, he's I'm from Toronto, I just want to be in Toronto. No, but if we create a champion, like him being from Toronto, we'll get our foot in the door. We have to then sell him on basketball reasons. So that's what we have to work on. But again, look at this guy. You think he doesn't want to play for the Raptors? Come on, let's be real. That's a Maple Leafs jersey. I was talking hockey jerseys. I don't even have a hockey jersey. Shea is more Toronto than me. I don't have a Maple Leafs jersey. Well, the game is back. Raptors are up 1, 8:50 to go. DeMar DeRozan to Bruce Brown. Kobe. Open 3 for DeMar. It gets tipped maybe, but it's a shot clock violation regardless. 8:30 to go, and we have the ball. Maybe I missed this, but do you think we can get? What do you think we can get for the following plays? Oh, I like this exercise. This is sick. Thank you, L Trickster. I will get to these players. Oh, I just read the last name you put in there. Oh, Barnes blocked it. That's fire. I will get to these names at the next break and play. Bro, RJ, thank God we didn't turn it over. Bruce Brown from 3. Oh, I just want him to have his moment so badly, people. I just want him to have his moment so badly. Bro, that back-to-back, those back-to-back possessions where he got a layup and a 3. Bro, how is Vucevic that open? All you've seen in this game, and you let him stay that open. Brother, what are we doing? Hey, Bruce Brown got it as a roller. There it is, my 6'4" power forward. Here's the thing. He's 6'4", probably entered the league as a 2 guard, but he's got hella power forward. He's got a power forward skill set. Bro, RJ, that was too easy. You let Kobe White get by you too easy. Too easy. Okay, down to this. What do you think we can get for Bruce Brown? Honestly, truthfully, I think we could get... Sorry, let me look at Tankathon really quick. I don't know, man. I think one of these teams could decide they want to Bruce Brown and part with a first-round pick for it. So I think a very, very late first-round pick. Like I'm talking back five. What do you think that? But to be honest, that should be the price. I don't think we should trade him for like 2 seconds or anything. If Jakob, forget yes. If Jakob Pertl went for a first round pick, Bruce Brown should go for a first round pick, and if not, we could use him. Gary Trent Jr. I think you could only get a player. I don't think anyone would part with a draft pick for Gary Trent. I think you might be able to get a player back. So, a team look John Tay for three. I think for Gary, like a team looking to trade for Gary Trent is just looking to give a guy an opportunity, and they're probably looking to trade a guy that they feel like could use an opportunity. Like we could probably trade Gary Trent for like another Gary Trent of a different skill set. Like somebody who's of a similar like who's in the same is in the same place in their career. Otto, bro, nothing for that guy who missed 3 months with a toe injury. Bruce Brown, little floater, gets it to fall. Build for Shea is the right move in my view. He put off one of the greatest people of all time. Facts. SGA with Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett would be a phenomenal rebuild. DeMar DeRozan turning it over. Then almost getting RJ Barrett to turn it over. RJ Barrett is playing with giddiness, like in a bad way that I haven't seen from him. Like he's just playing like it's like somebody needs to tell him, bro, just take a couple of deep breaths. Just breathe in, hold it, breathe out. He just needs to just settle down. There's just got a little bit too much franticness happening right now. Also, so Gary Trent Jr. should only be kept for $1 above the mid-level exception, because I don't think there's a team in free agency that would think about giving him more than the mid-level exception. So if we offer him $1 more than the mid-level exception, that would probably be his best offer on the table. Gary Trent under the basket. Oh my God, that was depressing how bad that was. He pump faked. The guy did not respect the pump fake at all, and he was as covered gets. And then I don't know if that counts as a missed shot or a turnover. I actually legitimately don't know. But I just know that we didn't score and the other team got the ball after. Timeout, Toronto. If I see Vucevic give us more baskets, I will proceed to yell at Darko. Which team you reckon needs him? Low-key Philly might be a nice fit. See, I actually don't. I have a hard time understanding the team for Gary Trent. Like, what is the team that decides we need a Gary Trent? They counted it as a turnover, but bro, you had to look it up, I'm sure, right? Because I don't even know what the hell you'd call that bullshit. Bro, seeing this guy be nuts in the finals off the bench. Oh yeah, Bruce Brown. Low key, Philly might be a nice fit. That's actually a good exercise, By the way, when does Tyrese Halliburton get healthy? He's not healthy right now, right? Because to be honest, man, we need the Pacers to lose games, and they got better. But we need the Pacers to lose games. So they turned Domantas Sabonis, Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, and 3 first-round picks for Halliburton and Siakam. That's fire. Oh, okay, then he's not hurt. Bro, never cheering for injury, still not cheering for injury, but like, bro, if you need to rest, just rest. Go crazy with the load management. Mm. 1 to 18 protected. That pick is not changing hands. But yeah, the end of this game should be good. Uh, but yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching this live. 24 people locked in. Um, Regardless of whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this on replay, I definitely appreciate the support. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Those things really help for the growth of a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's true. Shea, again, also a player that has the ability to get better and the window to get better. Scotty Barnes gets to a spot, knocks it down. Um, uh, okay. Um, Bro, Vooch, the offensive rebound. And it's gonna lead to an open Kobe White three, and he made it. Something's got to be done about Vooch. Something's got to be done about that guy. Who's our center right now? Oh my god, I think our center is Scotty Barnes. I think our center is Scotty Barnes right now. We are down bad at the center position. So it's funny. So I know you saying this. I know you like very good likelihood that you're Canadian. But yeah, shout out to El Trickster. Where are you from? I'm just curious now. But I trade Pirtle for a Timbit. You know what it is? I think we should be. Oh, take that three off the board. It was on his fingertips at the buzzer. Take that three off the board. But yeah, so I actually think Pirtle has value and is a good player. I actually think we've tanked his value. I think if we had him playing at the level he can play at, oh, Stratford, you're from Stratford. Shout out to El Trickster. Love, yeah. No, I've been to Stratford once on a field trip. Like I'm from the GTA, but Stratford is a place that schools will take you because of their history. And I think the theater. I mean, both things coincide, but also Stratford went from where people care about Shakespeare and talk about Shakespeare to where like people talk about Bieber. Um, but yeah, so I actually think Pirtle has value and is like a guy that is not just trash, like this comment suggests. But I think we've tanked his value. I think since the quickly trade, you're starting to see a bit more of his value. But I think if we, and it's tough that the trade deadline is so soon, but I think we could play him into having more value. His contract is really good. uh, True and sadly also true. Yeah, imagine you're Shakespeare. You did all you did to create your legacy and um be such an impactful historical figure, and then just your clout in a city in Ontario just gets completely taken by a guy that once sang "One Less Lonely Girl" and a really crazy remix of that very song. Yeah, anyways, the game is back. They wiped off that three, so the Raptors have a 2 point lead out of nowhere, and then Vooch finally didn't score off a rebound. Oh, oh, Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown, he's having his moment. Here's the thing. If there's anybody here that's watching this that knows people at the Scotiabank Arena right now, you need to text somebody at the game to start an MVP chant for Bruce Brown right now. Right now. Next time Bruce Brown scores, if Bruce Brown's at the free throw line, we need MVP chance. Well, I need to go, good sir. Definitely will be right. Oh, hell yeah, AJ. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you being here. See you next time when we play the Heat. I better see you here. And when we're in the playoffs doing Heat watch alongs, I better see you here as well, my guy. Take it easy. RJ for three. Damn. Uh Nah. Okay, thank God. Of course, even the shots that leave Vooch's hands, they end up in an offensive rebound. Gary Trent, you please don't get cooked by Ayo. Thank God. DeMar, deep three, rims out. Okay, Scotty, you're in transition. This is where you like to live. Okay, Gary Trent for three. The misses down the stretch are killing me. We're 1 for 7 from three in this quarter. They're 0 for 4. There's doing nothing but misses this quarter. And of course, that ends with an Alex Caruso three. Alex Caruso, man, bound to hit a random three at some point. Scotty Barnes goes right to the basket, finishes right over Kobe White. Man, where would we be without Scotty Barnes in this game? Bro, he's got to make that. There's so many shots in this game. You could say that the same about RJ. Too easy for Kobe White. Too easy. Okay. Are we going to get a Bruce Brown winner today? IQ steps into a three confidently, but he misses. DeMar gets to a spot, makes a shot. Okay, down the stretch, man. I think it's just got to be Scotty and nobody but Scotty. I think that's where we're at. Finds. Did he step out of bounds? They're saying he stepped out of bounds. I hope he actually did, if that's what they're gonna call. I hope he actually did step out of bounds if that's what they're gonna call. Oh, bro, you're killing. You're bro. You're joking. That's the point where I freeze at. That's the point of all places. First, I have to watch. See, that's kind of been a permanent reaction for me in this game, though. To be completely honest, between all the missed threes and all the Vooch nonsense, this is very, very, very indicative of how I feel. So shout out StreamYard for always picking a random point to freeze at, and a lot of the times the face being kind of like a fair representation of how I feel. Scotty going to the basket, gets fouled. It doesn't drop. That could have been a big and one. Unfortunately, he has to go to the free throw line for 2 shots, but we are in the bonus. So every foul results in free throws from this point onwards. But you can see the Bulls can't really do anything with Scotty Barnes. They really can't do anything with him at all. I can't see his hands, but that's not a good look. Wait, hold on. What are you referencing? I'm curious. But yeah, shout out to everybody in here, man. Super active chat today. Much love. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Wait, they did call that an... Oh. Damn, that free throw was big, man. Scotty, we need the free throws. You're doing everything but making the free throws. No, man, quickly. Don't jump. Don't jump. Oh, that's facts. El Trickster, that's facts. That's a crazy face to not know where my hands are. And thankfully, thankfully, it's over. It's gone. I'm back. But yeah, please, DeMar, you got to miss a free throw and give us that Scotty miss back. Honestly, I'm at a point where I feel like every single game against the Bulls is the same. That's kind of how it feels. Like they all have the same emotions and the same ups and downs and the same frustrations, and just everything feels the same. And I'll tell you what, people, I for one am sick of it. I'm very over this feeling. Scotty Barnes backs down Caruso, dribbles it off his own foot. That's bad. That's very bad. That's very, very bad. And then Kobe ices the game with a shot. Well, okay, so the Vucevic stuff is infuriating because it really feels like a lot of what happened in this game that wasn't good we could have dealt with if we just weren't getting cooked on the boards. And but when I say cooked, I mean like flambéed. I mean absolute like Vooch, man. Vooch gave us such a hard time. Bro, he gave us such a hard time and we just didn't do anything. But that's realistically the game, people. We'll keep going a little bit, but this game is over. Shit, it is what it is. I think obviously there's some stuff to lean on and be happy about, but there's a lot to be frustrated with. Like why we couldn't make any adjustments on Jakob Pertl, that's frustrating. Um, the fact that truthfully, like it looked like Chicago, um, they just had runs in this game where it looked like they were able to get good shots consistently. Like again, within the runs, not the whole game, but like down the stretch here, it feels like Chicago's been able to get decent looks. We haven't forced them into a lot of bad shots. They've missed some threes. And Alex Caruso, yes, he made a bullshit ass frustrating three, yes, but they've also missed some shots that like are favorable. The defense has to get better, man. Kobe White, it's been too easy for him. He's not good enough to get this many easy looks. Scotty to the basket, misses. RJ for three. Dennis shouldn't have swung that. Dennis should have just shot that. Like RJ's not feeling it today. There's no point in swinging it to him. Just shoot it yourself. But that's the game, people. 116, 110. We lost. We deserved to lose. We had some good things going on, but honestly, we didn't really get much from anybody other than Scotty Barnes. Great game from Bruce Brown. Solid game from Jonte. I need more from Quickly. I need more from Gary. I need more from RJ. Dennis was cool. Boucher was cool. Thad was I. Like, you know. Alex says, what's the next move for the Raptors? I don't know, man. I don't know. In my opinion, if you could, I would move Jakob because of the fine. Nah, you can't. You have to get him to play his value up. I don't know, man. It's sit tight for now. The trade deadline is in about a month, I think. Sit tight for a couple weeks. Let these players play and see what happens. That's what I'd say. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's watching this live right now. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Those are like the two forms of engagement that YouTube really pays attention to. Yeah, that's what it is. YouTube does not understand which content is good and which content is not good. It needs your help to do so. When you engage with content through things like likes and subscriptions and watching the content, YouTube thinks, you know, this is good stuff. We're going to push it to other people. And that's how YouTube channels get bigger. So make sure if you enjoy the content, you are hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. The content is free, people, but I accept payment in the form of engagement. That's what I say all the time. And I'm annoying about it for a reason because it's important. So that's how I'm going to end this stream. Frustrating game. We'll be back on Saturday for sure. But I actually really want to do like a financial stream where we talk about the salary cap situation the Raptors are looking at for the next 2 summers. Yeah, I really want to do that. So I'll either do it Saturday before the game or Sunday or Monday. I don't know. I'll figure that out, but I will do that. Shout out to you guys. 22 people stayed tapped in with me the whole time. Much appreciated. See you guys later. Peace.